Okay. All right. Good morning once again, everyone. We're back again. Just like as yesterday, we on this particular course, web development. On our yesterday first video, we were able to create a web folder and a web file with a picture on the web folder. So we agreed that on this course we are going to create the folder for the web, and all our files that we're going to use is going to be inside that folder for easy accessibility. So now we'll go ahead now and put the folder by double clicking on it. Then we equally, now we have two files here now for now: the index file, which is the HTML file, and the passport, which is the JPG picture file. So now we'll right click on our index file and open with our notepad as our editor, where we are going to edit and save subsequently the changes that we're going to make. Then we'll go to the index file again on the web folder, right click, open with notepad, open with Firefox, whether you're using Chrome or Internet Explorer, any browser you're using. So we open with Firefox, we're going to use Firefox in my case. So that's it. Then we'll minimize that. So we wait to see our web page come up. Okay, here we are. So at least this was where we were yesterday. So today we talk about going to include bulletins on our list, because this list we created just highlighted the items we listed on the list without any numbers or bulletins. So for us to get that, we're going to tell you how to make use of an under list tag. Tag. So this is what happens when you want to use an under list tag. You use the tag command, which is ol, open it, then you close it with /ol, close tag. Then you come down. What happens next? Now we copy this our previous list, cut it, Ctrl X, you have cut it, then Ctrl V, you paste it here, then you Ctrl S to save, or you go to file and save. So once you save, you come here, press Ctrl R, or you press load, and voila, you have this. So that's all about the under list for now. So now today we're going to be defining the tags property, which is the HTML tags. Well, like we discussed yesterday, I told you that this head and the close head is a tag, this title is a tag, this first heading is a tag, this image is a tag. And yesterday we defined some properties on the image by telling the image tag that it has a sack, which is a picture on the sack, and the width and the height of it is a sack too. It's a property too. So that is, we are telling the particular image tag that this is going to be your height and this is going to be your width. So now this is what we call div. Div is a tag in HTML that serves as a container, a house that we can use to hold elements, group them together to be in one container. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to make use of the div, and we're going to define the properties for the div, and so on. So we'll see what we can do. So what I'm trying to do in this case now is I'm trying to create a line up here. You understand? A line up here. So that line is going to be it's going to take the full page here. Then I'll define the property to give it color, to give it the width, and to equally give it a height, because I only want it to cover everywhere, but I want to give it a particular height there. So I'll now come immediately after my body opening tag. Then I'll come here and say div open, then close slash div. Now let's save this and see if there's any effect. We save. Now we'll come there and nothing changed. So now that means to tell you that it will not make any physical effect if you did not impute the disk or do not define its property. So let's define a property and see. How do we define a property? First thing, we just go ahead and call on the style. Now this is just another form of CSS, but this is different because this is like a style in a HTML styling. This is not a CS styling. When we get to CS styling, we have to create another folder, or maybe a special tag for style. So but it's the same thing with CSS. So now say style is equal to bracket, quote open, quote close. Then we'll come there. Then we'll say that width. Let's first of all set width should be equal to. Now in this case, you're not going to use equals to, you are going to use this two dots. I don't know what you call it. I think quote. Then we're going to use then now say width. So the width should be, well, we're going to use what we call 100%. Why we call it 100%? 100% is when you are saying that it should take entirely the width of the screen. So since it's going to be long through any screen, is going to be fit into, if you are using it on a tab in a phone. So this is just we call responsive. Want it to be responsive so that you can really adapt to any screen. So we say 100%. Then we use a close quotation mark. Then we proceed and say height. And say height is let's say the height should be 250 for now. 250 for now. So 250 pixel. Then close it. Now perhaps we want to have a color so that we can easily identify what we have there. So color is okay. Color is I'm trying to think of a nice color. Let's say blue. Yeah, let's say blue. So for now, we're not using color code, so we're going to talk about color code when we get to CSS. So blue. We have blue here. So let's see what we've done so far by reloading our page. So I think that color is not really taking effect. The color blue is not taking effect. Sorry, we'll use background. Use background, not color. Background. Then maybe this 250 is too much. Can just make it 80. So we'll come here and reload. Wow. So what do we have? We have, you see, we have this throughout the page. So now perhaps we want to include some items on it, but then before then, just like you see, we are having problem with maybe there is supposed to be a clear this, and we'll work on that later. So now what we'll do now is this. Now this welcome to my page. We'll be taking it up here, no, or we'll leave it here. So let's just give your page a name. Let's say we want to give it a name, like my name will be on that div now. So let me bring this div down. So in between the div now, I'll call another tag. So inside the div you can call another tag. So I'll call another tag, says h1 and the first heading. Then I'll say Amoka Abdul Muttalib. You understand? So then I'll close the heading /h1. So then I saved. Then let's load again. Wow. So we have it here. This is it. So perhaps we want to have another thing. Maybe this one is by the left side of our screen. So we want to have another something by the right side of our screen. So what we'll do is this. We'll just say okay. We'll come to the first heading, define its property by saying style is equal to open close. Then we'll come in here and say float left which means we are telling the particular tag that this Amoka Muttalib that has been included in the tag, that this tag should move to the left. So float left. That's that. Then the other thing we want to have here, we want to have something, maybe something to describe myself. Then I'll just say maybe a small letter heading, which a smaller heading, which is maybe h3, then h3 close. That is third heading. Then I will now say as simple as I look, you understand? So then I'll come here, then I set style, because this one will be at the other side of the screen, which is at the right side of the screen, so we have to float it to the right. Style equal to float right, so that's it. We are floating right. Then we'll load our page and see. Wow. So we now see the effect of it. One is float left, one is float right. So let me expand the screen and see if there's any none for now. So we'll actually do what we have to do. So perhaps there are some certain features that we want to include. We want this text to be white instead of being black, for it to be better visual, you to see it better. So we'll now come to our div, this div style. We'll define another property. Inside the style we define the text color. Text color should be equal to text color white. Always put your what do we call this one, your query comma or comma, I don't know which type of comma it is. So white. Then we'll load and see. Let me save it. Let's see your text color white. This will be text color. Or let's see, color white. Alright, it's color white. Don't know why I'm missing it with Android. So color white. Now we notice that at this edge the text almost fade into the other side. So now there's what we call padding. Padding is what will at least give some spacings here. So what we'll do, we'll equally say still on the style, we'll describe what we call padding, which is let's say 16 pixel. So we load, which is 16px. We load, let's say, you understand. So but I think it makes the object look bigger and whatever. So no problem. Let's move ahead. You understand? Let's move on. Now we have this, and it's not still working the way I want it to. So what we'll do, we'll just say padding dash right 16, then padding dash left 16 too. You just call for the left and right padding. Not sure that's what we actually wanted. So I don't know why this one is trying to so it's better now. It's better now. So that's that. Now the next thing is for us to actually do the heading. So the next thing now is we want to include some link up here, maybe in a bar, in navigation bar, where people can easily just come and click and go here, click and go here, click and go here. So what do we do? So under the div, we can choose to use under div, which is div open slash div close. So in between our div now, we'll call our links. So we'll call our links maybe it should be a list under list, or maybe we can, let's just say li. But better still, let's call another list, which is ul, then slash ul, then we'll now come here and say li open, then li close slash li. Then here we'll now say a as a link href equals to, like I told you yesterday, we use hash, so hash just to refer to the main page, and close, then slash a to close the tab. Now in between we can just say home, main home page. So when you click on that, it takes you back to the home page. So let's see what it's giving us. Load. You see, I have home here. So let's still move on. We'll have another list. Who talks let's say that particular one who talks about us, so about me, another one. Then we'll have another one. It's a link. Let's say that one will be able to, when you go to that page, you'll be able to contact us, see our contact details, contact me. Then let's say you want to show them your picture gallery. You will now come here and said gallery. So save and let's see what kind of effects. You understand? Now this is a link now, but quite unfortunate, we are experiencing what I only want to experience, which is I'm seeing on my link listed down. So I will want it to be spread around the is listed vertically. I want it to be horizontal. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to define the property to make them float on each left, so that it should be horizontal. So with that, what I'm going to do is style. Okay, style equal to float left, float left. So hopefully then this is going to help us arrange it in a way that it should look more attractive and more presentable than what we have before. Understand? So we just copy and paste it inside the tags property. Then let's see. Now we see what just happened. The IV. So for the fact that we didn't decide to define the div tag, the div that is holding the link, the tag. So we have to define the two by going on the div tag and say style um, with 100% because we want to take the entire screen. Then height auto means it should be the exact it should assume the any height depending on the content inside the div. So that's it for now. So let's just close and see if it helps with any special description. So I wouldn't want our welcome page to be, so our welcome, this one, you can equally tell them that this should float left. You understand? So it float left. Then we'll now come to this our welcome page and set style is equal to, by now I think we should be used to this float left. You understand? So now let's see if sweet. But now we notice that our page is becoming more complex, because now since we have started defining the tag property, so every tag after the tag we will be expecting that they too should be defined. So this is what we do. Now our image, now I'll advise something, that we enclose this first heading, this this image, and this our list, and every other thing on the same copy them to this list, to this under list, no, to our image. We should just cut it by pressing Ctrl X. Then we'll create a div, open, then d/div, close. You understand? So then we'll now define the style equal to, let's say, float left 2. Now float left 2, float left 2. So I space it for it to look neat. That's why I'm spacing it. If not, it's not necessary. Then now what I didn't tell you was there's what we call comment. Comment in any HTML or in any programming language, in any programming or coding, is for documentation and easy understanding. In case if another person has to work on your project, there will be no need for the person to, or you yourself, to be confused of what happened to your project. Now, by the time you're on every stage you moved, you were able to comment on them, that this is what is happening around this area. Then you can easily understand what to do when you come around to edit. So for now, let's write our first comment here. This is how you use a comment line in HTML. Now, when the browser is compiling the code, it ignores the comment line. So in between this, you I'll now put starting body content. You understand? So now I could equally, okay, for now, then at the end of the div, now for me to know that when I put this comment, now it means that I'm starting a body content from this div. Then I'll end the content in the div content end here too. So I'll just press down, then I'll say, when I press down, I'll say, write a comment again and say end body content. So now I'll now paste the link, that the code that I copied before. Ctrl S, saved. Now, without being told, when next you come, you now know that okay, this is where you start the body content and this is where the body content end. So in case you want to do anything, you know, if you want to work on the body content, you know this is where you have to work. Between here is where you need to work on. Then that's it. So let's save and see. Ctrl S. It's supposed to rearrange this picture now. You understand? So float left, this one too is floating left, and we notice that everything comes to this side. Why? Because when you said float left, you are floating your welcome to my page to left, and you are floating the div that is housing all this content, which is this div, the starting body content, which is the body content, div that is holding the whole body content. We are floating it to left equally. So now it will continue from the after the first left, it will continue the left of this again, so it will be aligned beside the welcome page. And that's not what we want. We want this to come to the next line, not on the same line. So I could actually use another advanced way that will do it, but for now I will make use of the break function. The break function. So where do we go? We'll go to the starting body content. Before the starting body content, we'll put in front of the first heading, we'll put the break command, which is br, then Ctrl S, save. Then we'll load and see. It's not working. So since it's not working, then okay, we'll just forget about that. Then we'll define this property, float left. Then we'll say the width is equal, sorry, the width is going to be 100% to take the full width. So if you take the full width, there will be no space for the body content to stay rather than come down to the next line. So reload and see. Fine. Here we are. Now we cool. Now this particular link now is jam packed together, and we would love to have a link that is not jam packed together, so it can be easily be viewed by our users. So what we'll do is we'll come to the list and we'll define what we'll call we'll define a spacing between them, so for now, in an advanced way there are other ways to do it, but for now we'll just make use of mm, some style definition, which we are going to use on the first list. We're going to use what we call margin right. Margin dash right. Margin dash right should be, let's say we want it to have 10 pixel margin on each right. That means after this home, now the right of it, there should be a space margin of 10 pixel. The next one another 10 pixel. That's what we're going to. So we'll copy it, the margin right, Ctrl C, and paste it. The next one, paste it. The next one, then we'll leave here, because why are we leaving this one? The last child is to show that is not there's nothing after it, so there will be no need. So we'll load and see. So you see, we'll have it. So but for these dots in our link, we will not like to have all these dots here. So what we'll simply do is we will remove the dot by removing the underlist command ul. If we remove that, I'm not expecting to see anything like that again. Why am I still seeing it? Anyway, let me increase this to 20 because I think it's even better like this. So if it's 20, then we'll it's 20. So let's assume we want the okay. So we have home, about, contact me, and gallery all here. So I think there's no much problem to the fact that think this is okay for now. So anyone you click, you will be able to see, takes you to the next page. Take you to the next page. So when we start creating other pages, then we should be able to have all that. We make use of this link, whereby we now include the link to the other page. Then let's assume we want to include a link to a Google and a link to a Facebook. So for us to understand what I mean by links, so we'll make use of yeah. Let's copy this. Control C. Blah, 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 blah. No, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. Interesting. Okay. Let's then that means we have to declare this margin again. I have to declare this margin again. 20 pixel, 20 pixel. Control C, Control V, Control V. Then we now have copy again. Control V. So let's delete this margin because this is the last child. Then Control S. So what happens? Let's say we want here to be Google. Then we want here to be Facebook. So we want our user to be able to visit our Google page and a Facebook page. So what we'll simply do on this href, we'll input the Google web address, which is https slash www.google.com. That's that. Then we'll come down to the Facebook on two and we'll type https slash www.facebook.com. Sweet. So let's see. Cool. We have Google here, we have Facebook here. How sweet it is. So now, first, now I will want to do some nasty things here. Some styling. I would have want to do some styling, but I won't do it on this one, where this link will look like a button and what have you. We'll do it when we get to CSS. Now, I think that'll be our next course after today, after this one. Now, let's test what we've done. When you click here, you remain on this page. 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 Why? Because you put the hash. Your href is hash, telling the web page that is still on the same page. Now, when you click Google, it takes you to Google and replace this page. So let's click and see. Oh, sorry, my internet connection is off, so I will have to stand up and look for my Spectranet. I don't know, whatever reason makes it goes off. I don't know. Time is misbehave. Sorry, I'm trying to connect to my internet connection. I don't know why it went off. But hopefully we are back on the internet. So let's go back to our page. So here's our page now. Now, just like we said, when you click on the Google, it takes you to Google. It's loading now. Here we are on Google. So now this is Google here. So but it replaces our page. So since it's an external link, it's always advisable that you always put on the blank command, which is the target to be blank. Why? So that instead of replacing your page, it can just open another tab separately. So what we'll do now, we'll now come to the A tag and define target equal to underscore in capital letter blank. So the same thing goes here on the Facebook link. All right. So Ctrl S, then Ctrl R. So the next time we click on Google, we're expecting to open in another tab. Which it did not. So it's as if I didn't. Spell my target well. Target, TAR. My spelling must be correct. If not, if your spelling is not correct, you will not get the right type output. So TAR, not TER. Then click on Google. You see, here we are on another tab. Google is loading, and here Google is. So then, in a case, I click on Facebook. The same thing. Here we are, Facebook loadout. This one is my brother that is doing it, not actually the right thing to do. Brother is always misbehaving. So advisably, I will advise you visit our website, our blog, www.firstlinkict.blogspot.com. There you see this video upload there. You can revisit, watch it several times, and at the same time, on every line or session that we does, we'll always upload the source code there for you to try. Now, because this is what we're going to do all about HTML, well, I believe that with this is the basics. And if you are the kind of person that actually practice at home and study very well, you will now understand what HTML is all about. Then we'll move ahead to CSS. Then we'll talk about CSS and its basics. So by that time, you will understand what CSS is all about. Now, CSS is a style sheet, cascading style sheet. What it does is it's a way of defining the properties of each element or tags in a HTML. Now, giving it style, color, position, animation, and whatever you have. So that is going to be very wow when we get to that stage. Then immediately we are done with that, we move to JavaScript. JavaScript is just more or less like a server side of it, but not actually a server side. So it make it work in a dynamic aspect where a particular function event occur on a particular function or in a particular reaction from your user. So then from there we move to PHP. PHP is the back end of any web applications. Now, by the time you introduce a PHP server, a PHP server side on a website, it becomes a web application because it becomes dynamic and it takes an operation which we add to user, take it to probably to the database and give a response. Now, when we get to PHP, we are dealing with PHP and we're going to make use of a database called MySQL. So at that time, it's becoming complex and very serious. But for now, you have to concentrate on this, practice severally, come up with different templates and work on it, upload your source code on the group, you understand, then discuss about your complications and we'll attend to you. Thanks for being with us and we appreciate you staying with us on this section. Once again, my name is Abdul Mutalib Amoka.